What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Tuesday, August 23rd, 2016, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Despite its flaws, Warner Bros. And DC Comics' latest epic, Suicide Squad, should be celebrated for its diversity. The villain-focused ensemble picture, which has been trashed by critics with a 26% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, has quietly given audiences probably the most diverse cast ever for a comic book film. Quietly, because much of Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice from March, the film is continually trashed in clickbait articles for its poor quality, messy plot, outrageous premise, and choppy editing. It has become a punching bag for critics who are perhaps exhausted from the onslaught of comic book adaptations. What they're missing is how Suicide Squad represents a step forward for Hollywood, which has struggled with diversity, most notably leading up to the 87th Academy Awards as the #OscarSoWhite social media campaign dominates headlines. With standout performances by Will Smith, who plays Deadshot, Margot Robbie, who plays Harley Quinn, and Viola Davis, who plays Amanda Waller, Suicide Squad is taking in a nice payday from the box office as minorities and women are coming out to support the film because they are finally being represented. During the film's record-breaking opening weekend, studio data, according to Rotten Tomatoes, show that women and girls make up 46% of the audience, which is high for a comic book film. 35 to 40% is the average. African American and Hispanic moviegoers, meanwhile, accounted for 39% of ticket sales. Deadline reported close to the percentage Furious 7 posted in 2015. That movie also featured a diverse cast. These numbers matter and should teach studios that diversifying can equal higher box office takes, except as these upcoming animated feature Mona to do the same big business as it features Polynesian main characters, one of which is a girl. Suicide Squad having two African-American main characters, one male and one female, accompanied by another female protagonist, is unheard of in comic book films and in Hollywood in general. It's refreshing to see in the wake of the studio blunders like Paramount's casting of Scarlett Johansson as Major Motoko Kusanagi, a role so clearly meant for an Asian actress in anime adaptation Ghost in the Shell, that it angered fans who spoke about whitewashing in Hollywood. While Suicide Squad and Batman vs. Superman have their issues, Warner Bros. And DC are leading the charge in terms of diversity. Wonder Woman, starring Gal Gadot, will be the first female character lead comic book film in years and the first to come out during the superhero film renaissance that started in 2008 with the release of The Dark Knight and Iron Man. And it's even more commendable when you compare DC to rival Marvel, which has only gotten started on a female lead, Captain Marvel, due in theaters in 2019. It's worth noting that DC got a woman in her own solo adventure in 4 years' time with the launch of its extensive universe film slated in 2013, while Marvel launched in 2008. Marvel stars Chris Hemsworth and Tom Hiddleston reunited Monday on the set of Thor Ragnarok. The 33-year-old Australian actor and 35-year-old English star sent fans into a frenzy while filming the Thor The Dark World sequel in Hemsworth's home country of Australia. Hemsworth and Hiddleston shot scenes on the side of a demolished building in downtown Brisbane that was made to look like New York, according to the Brisbane Times. The pair greeted and took selfies with some of the nearly 2,000 onlookers as they finished filming. Hemsworth captioned a photo of himself with the crowd on Instagram. "Thank you, Brisbane, for letting us disrupt the traffic and shoot a little piece for our little film, #Thor Ragnarok in your beautiful city." He added a picture of himself and Hiddleston in front of a prop newsstand. "Just selling papers with my mate at TW Hiddleston at part-time job, #Thor Ragnarok." Thor Ragnarok is directed by New Zealand director Taika Waititi and opens in theaters November 3rd, 2017. The movie is Marvel's third solo film centered on Thor and co-stars Idris Elba, Anthony Hopkins, Kate Blanchett, and Tessa Thompson. Waititi told reporters after filming, "It's Thor and Loki together again. I can't say what they are actually doing. It's going to be a great reveal and a great surprise." Natalie Portman, who played Jane Foster in Thor and Thor The Dark World, won't return to star in the new sequel. Leonardo DiCaprio and girlfriend Nina Agdal were unhurt in a car crash over the weekend. The 41-year-old actor and 24-year-old model were traveling in a Range Rover in East Hampton, New York, Saturday afternoon when their vehicle was rear-ended by a woman driving a Mini Cooper, according to Page 6. Witnesses says DiCaprio made sure Agdal was fine before climbing out of his car and checking on the other driver. He helped the woman out of her vehicle and stayed with her as they waited for police to arrive. Source said of the other driver, she was shaken up. He motioned for her to come with him, and he helped her over the guardrail so she could rest. DiCaprio, Agdal, and the woman all appeared to be uninjured, although an ambulance arrived as a precaution. The actor's Range Rover was relatively unscathed, but the Mini Cooper had extensive front-end damage and had to be towed. An insider told People magazine after the crash, all are doing great. DiCaprio and Agdal were first linked in July after they were spotted getting close during a romantic beach day in Malibu, California. The actor, who last appeared in The Revenant, for which he won an Academy Award for Best Actor, is producing a number of projects, including Ben Affleck's film Live by Night. NBC has released a 35-second promo video introducing the new host of its business-themed competition series, The Celebrity Apprentice. The clip shows robotic parts assembling to form Arnold Schwarzenegger, a nod to his career in the Terminator Cyborg film franchise. It also features the action star and ex-governor of California uttering the probable catchphrase, "Let's get down to business." A note accompanying the teaser says, "Brains, brawn, and business acumen. We're building a better boss." Watch the new Celebrity Apprentice coming in January to NBC. The show's previous host was current Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump, who was known for saying "you're fired" to eliminate contestants on The Celebrity Apprentice. Stranger Things star Miley Bobby Brown has taken to social media to share a video that highlights her transformation into series protagonist 11. The Toyo actress wrote on Twitter Sunday alongside the clip, "Here it is, the video of me getting my hair shaved for hashtag Stranger Things. Enjoy hashtag Buzz." Accompanied by Beyonce's 2013 track Pretty Hurts, the video features Brown shyly smiling while her hair gets cut and shaved off while surrounded by friends and members of the show's crew. By the end, Brown switches into character and sternly stares into the camera as Eleven would write before using her supernatural powers. In a previous interview with E! News, Brown admitted that she was inspired by Charlize Theron's shaved head look from Mad Max Fury Road and from co-star Winona Ryder's short hairstyle from High School. Brown said, "Winona looked cool back in the days with the pixie cut. I thought maybe I could bring it back." In a related story, Stranger Things creator Matt and Ross Duffer have detailed their plans for character Barbara and Dr. Martin Brenner for Season 2 of the hit Netflix thriller. Speaking with IGN, the Duffer brothers said despite fan support for Barbara, the character portrayed by Shannon Purser will not be coming back following her death in Season 1, but that she would be given justice. They said before detailing how the second season will explore the aftermath of her death, Barb will not be forgotten. We'll make sure that there's some justice for Barb. People get very frustrated, understandably, that the town doesn't seem to be really dealing with Barb. That stuff is all happening. We're just not spending any screen time on it. They continue by saying it's not like her parents are like, "Oh, Barb left, she died." Season 1 actually takes place over the course of 6 or 7 days. It's a really short period of time. So part of what we want to do with hypothetical Season 2 is to explore the repercussions of everything that happened. However, Dr. Martin Brenner, portrayed by Matthew Modine, despite appearing to have been killed by the show's mysterious monster, could possibly still be alive. The first revealed, I would say that if we're going to kill Brenner, as an audience member watching the show, if that was his death, that would be very unsatisfying to me. When the monster jumps on him and we cut away, he would deserve much more than that as an ending. So yes, there's a possibility of seeing him again. While a second season has yet to be formally announced by Netflix, the interview comes after the duo confirmed with IGN that a second season would be happening, and it could also be picked up a year after the events of Season 1. Keegan-Michael Key, Kobe Smulders, Anna Parisi, Nat Faxon, Fred Savage, and Jai-Shun Park are to star in the new Netflix comedy series Friends from College. Husband and wife team Nick Stoller and Francesca DeBlanco will serve as executive producers and writers on the show, and Stoller will also direct all 8 episodes. Production is to begin this fall in New York. Cindy Holland, Netflix's vice president of original content, said in a statement Monday, Nick is a comedic mastermind. With Friends from College, he and Francesca have created a world that is both moving and very, very funny. We're thrilled to be working with them in this incredible cast and look forward to audiences around the world laughing with and at these relatable characters. Television personality Billy Bush officially joined the Today Show as co-anchor Monday night. The NBC's program website explained, with Natalie Morales making her move to Los Angeles to serve as our West Coast anchor and to tend to her Access Hollywood hosting duties, and with Sunday Today and Morning Joe anchor Willie Geist passing on one of his many hats, we have a big spot to fill at today's table, and Billy has pulled up a chair. The Take is the third hour of the show, hosted by Al Roker and Tamron Hall. Bush previously served as a Today guest co-host and contributor, helping out during the show's recent coverage of the Summer Olympics in Rio. Model turned media mogul Tyra Banks will teach at Stanford in 2017. The 42-year-old star confirmed this much Monday on Twitter after news outlets reported that she will serve as a guest lecturer for a personal brands course at Stanford Graduate School of Business. She wrote, "I'm beyond excited to teach. It is in my blood, and I can't wait to meet my students. Class is in session in 2017, and there will be no smizzing, of course. Sorry to disappoint." Banks will help teach a class of 25 students over the course of 2 weeks in May 2017, according to the Wall Street Journal. The model will instruct and advise students on how to create and project a personal brand. The star told the publication, "If I see somebody not paying attention, I'm going to call on them. Likewise, phone use won't be tolerated unless students stop to tweet something," she said. Banks, who completed a Harvard Business School program in 2012, is the latest celebrity to land a teaching gig. Oprah Winfrey, Spike Lee, and James Franco are among the other stars who have taught at universities. Stanford professor Alison Kruger, who will co-teach the course with Banks, told the Wall Street Journal she's a natural. Banks, who came to fame as a Sports Illustrated and Victoria's Secret model, created and hosted a long-running reality competition, America's Next Top Model, for 22 seasons. She also hosts the talk shows The Tyra Banks Show and Fab Life. Bette Midler apologized Sunday for a recent tweet about transgender reality star Caitlyn Jenner. 70-year-old actress backtracked on Twitter after suggesting the 66-year-old I Am Cait star will transition back to male now that her E! reality series is canceled. She wrote, "Dear friends at HRC, whom I have always supported, sorry last tweet offended and amusing. I seem to have misread the temper of the times." Miller has commented on Jenner in a since-deleted post to the day's previous, writing, "Now that I Am Cait has been canceled, will she go back to being Bruce? Will Chris take him back? Do I smell a re-wedding?" Many deemed the actress' remarks offensive and or transphobic. One person wrote, "Yes, because being transgender is just a phase. What a vile tweet. Will you go back to being irrelevant?" Another added, "This shows you can be as gay-friendly all you want, but to some transphobia comes so easy. How tired and pathetic." I Am Cait chronicled Jenner's life following her gender transition. Reality star and former Olympian came out as a transgender in April 2015 and debuted her new look on the July 2015 cover of Vanity Fair magazine. Farrah Abraham is facing backlash after posting a controversial photo of her daughter. Social media users slammed the 25-year-old teen mom OG Saturday on Instagram for promoting the MTV series' new season with a picture of 7-year-old Sophia posing in a bikini. One person wrote, "I have a 9-year-old daughter. I would never ask her to pose like this. It's horrible. You should be ashamed." Another added, "This promo for the show doesn't look right. It's like she's promoting her daughter for the show as the next teen mom. That's the first impression I got." Abraham faced similar criticism in June after she shared a photo of Sophia in swimwear and full makeup for a photo shoot. The reality star discussed her daughter's burgeoning modeling career in an interview with Us Weekly last week. Abraham said, I keep it fun. I don't really feel like I need to go grab an agent because it's somehow we have to set it up like, oh, we know these people. It's cordial. I don't want to be around weirdos and under pressure." She also added, "There really is no rush. If Sophia has awesome opportunities that come to her, which we do, it is really just about picking and choosing what we want and what we want to make time for." The star admitted, "People can say whatever they want about me, but I have to say, as a mom, I'm so damn proud of how everything just raves about my daughter. She's so amazing and so ready for this." Joy King shared a photo of her new hot pink hair on social media, which was dyed in preparation to portray DC Comics villain Magenta on Season 3 of The Flash. The actress wrote on Twitter Sunday, "I'm coming for you, Flash," #Magenta, alongside a selfie featuring her new colorful hairstyle with purple contacts. King is set to appear on the hit CW drama as part of Season 3's upcoming Flashpoint story arc, which is looking to shake up the status quo of the series. In the comics, Magenta, aka Frances Kane, is an ex-girlfriend of fellow speedster Wally West, who gains the power to control metal, but then loses her mind in the process. Magenta's appearance could tie into West's upcoming transformation into Kid Flash for Season 3. The character portrayed by Kenyon Lonsdale was shown wearing Kid Flash's signature yellow suit back in July. He will be joined by new series villain Mirror Master, played by Greg Damon, when The Flash returns to the CW on October 4th. First-time parents-to-be Carlos Pena-Vega and Alexa Pena-Vega are revealing new details about their unborn child. The actor and actress, both 27, shared a photo of a sonogram and their baby's name and sex Sunday on Instagram. Carlos wrote, Ocean King Pena-Vega, hashtag baby Pena-Vega, hashtag daddy's little boy. Alexa posted the same picture on her account and explained the couple's name choice in the caption. The star said, God called the dry ground land and the water the seas, and God saw that it was good. This is why we went with Ocean. He is the son of the one true king. For us, it has a beautiful biblical meaning. She wrote, we can't wait to meet this little blessing, hashtag baby Pena, hashtag my little man. Carlos and Alexa, born Carlos Pena and Alexa Vega, married in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico in 2014 and changed their surname to blend the names Pena-Vega after their wedding. The pair announced in June that they were expecting their first child. Alexa said at the time, I can't believe I finally get to say this. We're pregnant. A little blessing is joining the Pena-Vega family. We can't wait. Hashtag it's happening. Hashtag holy wow. Hashtag loves for daddy of the year. Lindsay Lohan is back to wearing her engagement ring following relationship drama with fiancé Igor Tarabasov. The 30-year-old actress posted a photo of herself wearing the emerald and diamond sparkler Sunday on Instagram and captioned the picture with 3 heart emojis. Lohan's post comes a month after she accused the Russian business heir of cheating in a cryptic social media rant. She also alluded at the time to being pregnant, although she was later spotted drinking alcohol and smoking cigarettes. Star's dad Michael Lohan told E! News in July, if she's pregnant, I find it hard to believe she'll end up so quickly without giving Igor a chance. He added, Lindsay is a very dedicated and loving person. I don't think she'll ever turn her back on someone that quickly. According to TMZ, the popular Russian talk show Let Them Talk has approached Lohan about appearing on the series to discuss her relationship with Tyra Basov. So it says the actress is negotiating after sending over a list of demands. Lohan reportedly requested 500,000 British pounds, a 1-year Russian visa, a private jet with stylists on board, a security detail, and the Ritz-Carlton penthouse suite. She also wants to meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin for a photo op. According to a new report, mislabeled pills found inside Prince's estate contains the same drug that led to his death, the powerful painkiller fentanyl. Citing an anonymous source close to the investigation, the Minneapolis Star-Tribune reports that pills marked as hydrocodone actually contain fentanyl, which is roughly 100 times stronger than morphine. The publication noted that fentanyl was stashed inside aspirins and vitamin C bottles, and that investigators are working under the assumption that the legendary singer took the deadly drug unknowingly. In June, an autopsy report revealed that the singer had died from a fatal self-administered dose of fentanyl. Prince was found dead in an elevator by 2 staffers at his Minneapolis area property, Paisley Park, on the morning of April 21st. Prescription drugs were found on his person. In an interview with Us Weekly, Prince's longtime music collaborator Sky Dangsil revealed that the 57-year-old began taking painkillers after suffering from a hip injury. Dangsil said, noting that Prince's inner circle, Prince took the pills to keep the show going, saw that his hips were turning into a bigger problem. Voice Season 11 judges Blake Shelton, Adam Levine, Miley Cyrus, and Alicia Keys came together to perform Aerosmith's Dream On in memory of slain former contestant Christina Grimmie. The cover of the hit 1973 rock ballad premiered Sunday during a special preview of what fans can expect for Season 11 of The Voice when it returns September 19th on NBC. With the crowd on their feet, Keys started off the performance playing the piano before Levine jumped in with the guitar. At one point, all 4 music stars joined together to harmonize the song's lyrics before ending with Levine impersonating Aerosmith singer Steven Tyler's high-pitched closing segment. As the screen went black, a dedication for Grimmie graced the screen. In loving memory of our friend Christina Grimmie at Reed. Grimmie was gunned down back in June as she was signing autographs and selling merchandise following a concert in Orlando. The shooter, 27-year-old Kevin James Lobio, fatally shot himself after he was tackled to the ground by Grimmie's brother Marcus. Grammy was known for competing on The Voice and finished in third place during season 6 after she was discovered on YouTube. Ciara couldn't be happier with husband Russell Wilson. 30-year-old singer gushed about her life with the 27-year-old Seattle Seahawks quarterback in a new interview with People after marrying Wilson in Pefferton Castle in England in July. Ciara told the magazine at the Apollo in the Hamptons Night of Legends party Saturday in East Hampton, New York, "This is the happiest I've ever been." She added, "Our wedding is like a fairy tale. We love the countryside. We look at a venue in the U.S., but we also look abroad, and England just seems magical and perfect." Ciara performed the SOS Band song "Just Be Good to Me" at the Apollo event, married Wilson on July 6 after more than a year of dating. Sources recently told E! News the couple are planning to have children in the future. Insiders said they haven't talked about wanting kids, but they both want to start a new family together. They're focused on their respective careers right now. Ciara is already mom to 2-year-old son Future Zahir Wilburn with her ex-fiancé Future. Wilson was loving his new role as stepfather when he appeared on Maria Shriver's Architect of Change web series this month. The NFL star says, "I'm a stepdad now. He's so sweet and loving, always has a smile on his face. Being a stepfather, it's all about loving the child because the child can do something amazing in his life." And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1970, Lou Reed plays his last show with the Velvet Underground. The most famous, widely quoted observation about rock pioneers the Velvet Underground is generally credited to guitarist and keyboardist Brian Eno, who supposedly said that while only a handful of people bought their albums in their original release, every one of those people was inspired to go out and start his own rock band. To judge from the number of artists over the last 4 decades whose sound and songwriting reflected the Velvet's influence, Eno was right on the mark. Arguably the most influential American band of the late 60s and early 70s, the Velvet Underground had an impact on modern rock and roll that was well out of proportion to the popularity they achieved in their short-lived heyday. That heyday, which included 4 studio albums that still cited as major influences by bands whose members were not even alive at the time of their release, came to an end on this date in 1970. When lead singer and primary songwriter Lou Reed played his last gig with the Velvet Underground at the famous Manhattan rock club Max's Kansas City. At the heart of the Velvet Underground's classic lineup were Long Island native Reed and the Welsh-born John Cale, who met and began collaborating in New York City in 1964. Cale's joining instrumentals in Lou Reed's half-sung, half-spoken vocals on subject matters such as drug use and prostitution were, it's safe to say, well out of the mainstream of mid-60s commercial rock. When they were adopted as a pet project for pop artist Andy Warhol, however, the Velvets found themselves and their unorthodox sound being embraced by New York's avant-garde, an association that persisted even after Warhol and his enigmatic muse Nico, whom he installed as Reed's co-vocalist for their debut album The Velvet Underground and Nico in 1967, exited the group's professional lives. It was that first album that yielded more of the Velvet's biggest songs than any other, including Heroin, All Tomorrow's Parties, and Venus in Furs. In the late 60s saw numerous lineup changes in the band, including the departure of founding member Cale in 1968. It also saw the Velvet Underground release 3 more studio albums, each of them a significant musical departure from the last. The final album, featuring Lou Reed as a leader, was live at Max's Kansas City, which was released in 1972, but recorded on this date in 1970, immediately prior to Reed's departure for a storied solo career of his own. Also on this date in 2000, Richard Hatch, a 39-year-old corporate trainer from Rhode Island, wins the season 1 finale of the reality television show Survivor and takes home the promised $1 million prize. In a 4-3 vote by his fellow contestants, Hatch, who was known for walking around naked on the island of Borneo, where the show was shot, was named sole survivor over the river raft guide Kelly Wigglesworth. Survivor, whose slogan "Outwit, Outplay, Outlast" was a huge rating success and spawned numerous imitators in the reality competition genre. Produced by Mark Burnett, Survivor premiered on May 31st, 2000 on CBS. The show centers around a group of 16 strangers who are stranded for 39 days in a remote location where they must fend for food, water, and shelter and compete in various challenges to win rewards and immunity from being voted out of the competition by their fellow contestants. The voting takes place at the so-called Tribunal Council ceremony. After a contestant is voted off, the show's host Jeff Probst informs that person that the Tribune has spoken and asked the evictee to extinguish his or her torch. As of May of 2008, Survivor has been on the air for 16 seasons. The show has been filmed in a variety of locations around the world, including Australia's Outback Season 2, the Amazon Season 6, and Fiji in Season 14. Season 13, which was set in the Cook's Island, stirred up some controversy when the contestants were initially divided by race into 4 competing tribes: African American, Asian, Caucasian, and Hispanic. In 2006, Season 1 winner Richard Hatch was found guilty of tax evasion for failing to report his Survivor money prize to the IRS. He says that he was sentenced more than 4 years in prison. Other former contestants have gone on to reap more success following their appearance on the reality show. Season 1's Colleen Haskell landed a co-starring role in the 2001 forgettable comedy The Animal, while Season 2's Elizabeth Hasselbeck went on to become a co-host of the daytime TV talk show The View. And that is your entertainment report for Tuesday, August 23rd, 2016. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app. Search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.